Good morning. Welcome to Break the Board Sports. I'm your host, RJ Cash. We're going to go into Thursday NFL football, 49ers at the Rams. Click that like, hit subscribe. We're all about helping you become a better handicapper. We give a couple opinions, but more importantly, it's giving you the actual trends, stats, splits, everything you need to help become a better handicapper so you're not out there following a bunch of touts or a bunch of misinformation or people just trying to get clicks. Anyway, let's hop right into it. Click that like, hit subscribe. This line has ballooned all the way up to 7 now. Rams laying 7 at home. San Francisco going to be without Brock Purdy. Mac Jones in the saddle. Obviously, Bosa out for the year. 49ers got all kinds of injury issues. This is a team that just has not been able to get much luck on the injury front. Line at 7, Rams catching 68% of the tickets and 83% of the handle. Only 32% of bets and 17% of the handle go to the 49ers. Your over-under set at 46.5. 53% of bets and 70% of the handle goes to the under. 47% of the bets and 30% of the handle going to the over. San Francisco has not been a good team against the spread. 3-10 ATS over their last 13. 4-8 straight up their last 12 games. Against the Rams, San Francisco, straight up, they've been very good. 9-4 straight up the last 13 meetings against the Rams. Shanahan definitely getting the better of McVay. But San Francisco just 1-4 against the spread against the Rams. And 5-13 ATS their last 18 games versus NFC opponents. Not a stat you would think of with the 49ers. When these two teams hook up, the over is cashed 4 of the last 5 meetings when it's been in LA. Now, the Rams on the flip side, they're 9-3 straight up their last 12. 6-1 against the spread their last 7. 5-1 against the spread their last 6 at home. They're 8-2 straight up their last 10 within the division of the NFC West. And in week 5 games, Rams 3-8 straight up the last 11 times they've played in week 5. Kind of a weird stat there, but throw it in there. 2-0 or 3-1 is San Francisco. 3-1 are the Rams. San Francisco 2-2 ATS on the season. 3-1 ATS for the Rams. Last year's matchups had the Rams winning 12-6 in San Francisco. Defensive fight there. And then the Rams won 27-24. So both of those coming underneath the total of 7. When you look back, you have to go all the way back to 2022 to see either one of these teams winning a game by more than 7. And before that, you had 3 before you go back to see it again. So definitely some things to look at there on that front of it. San Francisco catching the 7. I think this has gotten up just a little bit too high, a little bit out of control as far as it goes. I mean, 3.5, then it went to 4.5, then it was 6. Now it's all the way up to 7. Again, I think it's just getting up there a little bit too high. I know everybody's in love with the Rams. If you can catch a 7.5, I would just ask you, do you really see that much difference in a Mac Jones compared to a Brock Purdy? I don't. Purdy has an average arm, turns the ball over a lot. Mac Jones, stronger arm. I think they're comparable in a lot of ways. So I think 7 here has just gotten up a little too rich. Touchdown scores, you can go Kyren Williams, running back of the Rams. He has an anytime touchdown to -230 at FanDuel. If you did Kyren Williams and to score a touchdown, the Rams money line, and then maybe threw Dodgers game 2 money line in there, get you plus $1.36. Really good value there on that one. If you look at McCaffrey, anytime touchdown, -120. First touchdown, 6-1 for him. Puka Nacua, even money for a touchdown, 5.5-1 for him to get the first one. Juwan Jennings back in the saddle for the Niners, 11-1 on a first-time touchdown, plus $2. The other way, a couple are Jake Tongs, tight end filling in for George Kittle. You can get him plus 370. Or if you think he'll get the first touchdown, 22-1. Tyler Higbee, Rams tight end, 20-1. So a couple different props there. As far as your player passing yards, Matthew Stafford over under 232 yards, 232.5. I'm sorry, juice -114 to the over. for Matthew Stafford. If you're looking at rush yards and receptions, you can go receiving yards for Nakua. You can do some alternate stuff. If you think he's going to get over 90, it's minus 146. If you go Devontae Adams and say he's going to get over 60 yards, it's plus 110. So again, a couple of different things you can do there with it. First quarter spread, Rams minus 1.5. You would think if the 49ers are going to really make this competitive early on, they'll be competitive. 49ers aren't built to come back from a bunch of points down. The Rams also, they let Philly back in the game. And then Indianapolis, you can make the argument God doesn't do that stupid touchdown dance. And I had given the Rams out as a 10-unit play here at Break the Board Sports. Rams very fortunate to get out of there with the cover. So, again, if you like San Francisco on that front, or you like them first half plus 4.5, now you're going to have to lay about $1.20 to get that. That's the only downside as far as that one goes. Matthew Stafford over 1.5 touchdowns, minus 154. I would stay away from that just personally, only because you see Sean McVay really like to run the ball down in the red zone. Matthew Stafford over under 32.5 pass attempts, really high there as far as that one goes. So again, just a couple different things. I think when you look at it and you go back to the betting splits, obviously with 68% of bets and 83% of the money going to the Rams, the books are going to need San Francisco. Again, this is a division rivalry. Now, don't get me wrong. I think the 49ers are very, very fortunate to be 3-1. They could just as easily be the other way. But I think, again, if you can find a 7.5, you're in really good shape. Now, our teaser show will come out tomorrow talking about teaser props, but I just want to give a little tease to the teaser show. San Francisco plus 14 and a 7-point teaser, or the Rams at pick. I think either way is great value. You say, whoa, you're talking about 7-point teasers. I only do 6. I get it. All you juice nuts out there, you'd rather lay 6 minus $1.25, minus $1.30 rather than get 7, the touchdown with the extra point, especially when you've seen how many special team debacles they've been. But listen, you can find 7-point teasers, 2-teamers out there minus 140. There are mostly 150. But listen, again, if you win the bet, then you win the bet and you don't have to worry about it. Last week, we hit every single teaser leg outside of the Cincinnati Bengals. But just giving a little, again, tease to the teaser, I think if you have the San Francisco 49ers in a plus 14 situation, plus 14.5, if you can find a 7.5 out there, in the Rams pick, I think you have a lot of dancing partners in that 7-pointer that you can deal with. Let's get into it. I think that having them with the Baltimore Ravens, now that the Ravens have flipped to the dog plus 2, you could get the Ravens plus 9. Listen, way too much overcorrection in that line. You could also look to a Tennessee Titans getting 15.5 in a 2-team 7-pointer. Seattle hasn't been good at home. Looking at Tampa Bay off a loss, you could get Tampa Bay plus 10.5. So a lot of different things I would recommend, finding a team to put with the Rams pick and the 49ers plus 14. I think either way you go in the teaser, you're going to be good. As far as the over-under, I can see a myriad of different things. I can see 27-20 in this. I could see 23-20. I could see 16-13. There's not a whole lot of scores when these two teams get together that I couldn't see happening. That's why I think, again, the best bet, tease it both ways. San Francisco plus 14, Rams at pick. And also, if you want a straight play, you want a little action. Again, remember, though, the biggest advantage we have as handicappers and bettors is we don't have to bet the game. We get to pick which game we want to bet. Like, I get it. On a Saturday, there's 130-some games just in college football, and you're trying to go down through the board and find what you want. You might have like 8, 9, 10 plays. But if you have a bad day, it's a really bad day. There's nothing wrong with one play on a Saturday. You say, well, only one play? If you win, the goal is to make money, not to bet a bunch of games, right? If you're just an action junkie, you'll have a couple of good weekends here and there, but your Monday is always going to start with, if I had just gotten this, or if I just hit that, or if this one play went that way. You'll be second guessing yourself. once you learn how to be a good handicapper, it's very simple. Low volume betting, bet to win, take the best odds, look for best lanes. Maybe you're a really good prop player. Maybe you're really good at touchdown scores. Maybe that's your lane you get in and really dissect. Whatever lane you find, pick it, stay in it. I think picking spread one way or the other is the easiest basis to start. Now, granted, there's a lot of variables that happen in that, right? Nothing is a perfect science, but I think it's really easier handicapping that than handicapping a player prop with the player gets hurt in the first quarter. So a lot of different things you can look there. Click that like, hit subscribe. Teaser, 7-point both ways. San Francisco plus 14, Rams pick. And then if you got to play a straight play, find that 49ers plus 7.5. There's a few of them roaming around out there, especially offshore. Always have multiple betting accounts so that you can pick the best line to shop for your shoes, because juice is very, very important to your unit size and to your bankroll. Again, I'm RJ Cash. Click that like, hit subscribe, breaktheboardsports.com. Follow us. We'll have more content coming out today, 2 to 3 shorts every day. God bless and happy handicapping.